Hi, Kean University. My name is Ashley Cassetta. Thank you so much for taking the time to review my application. To answer your first question, I believe I am a strong candidate for this program because of my background as a professional dancer and a Pilates instructor. Being involved in these fields gave me a really strong understanding of physical movement and biomechanics. In my current master's program at Teachers College, which is motor learning and control, we talk a lot about dance as being kind of like a unicorn in the field of movement science, because it is one of the only types of movement practice where you're moving just for movement's sake. There's no functional goal to it. The goal is just to move and move beautifully. And I think being exposed to that at a really young age gave me experience in a lot of unique movement trajectories, and movement patterns that shaped a really comprehensive understanding of biomechanics for me. And then I really got to fine tune this knowledge when I became a Pilates instructor and focus more on just functional movement trajectories and working in a more goal-directed capacity with my clients. And then additionally, through my Pilates experience, I learned about the art of teaching movement, how to communicate very clearly and concisely with my clients in order to elicit a specific goal. And that, I believe, can be very beneficial across multiple settings in the occupational therapy field. And then finally, I learned about the importance of connecting with clients, the importance of establishing trust and making an individual feel comfortable working with you, so therefore you can work towards your goals together. To answer your second question, how can I create a culture of wellness? I believe that I can create a culture of wellness for my future patients by really emphasizing mindfulness. In my personal statement, you'll see me talk a lot about the connection between the mind and the body that I really discovered while I was teaching Pilates, but have really focused on since beginning my master's at Teachers College. And this is because I think mindfulness is truly something that everyone can benefit from, whether that be in the form of just engaging in breath work to calm your nervous system, or just really tuning into the sensations that you're feeling while you're physically moving. I think this allows the individual to take a more active role when they are moving because they're intentional about what they're doing and what they're feeling. And therefore, this often facilitates better results because they are practicing in a way that is facilitating a synchronicity between multiple sensory systems. And to answer your third question, 2 attributes that I believe make someone a great occupational therapy clinician are patience and respect. I believe patience is absolutely necessary because each individual has their own unique experience. And even if you yourself cannot connect to that experience firsthand, it's incredibly important that you are willing to take the time to listen to them so they feel heard and you can meet them where they're at. Especially in order to effectively treat them. If they don't feel heard by you, their motivation and their willingness to work with you will be compromised, and that will hurt them in the long run. And then additionally, respect is hugely important because occupational therapists are seeing patients in a very vulnerable state, whether that be post-surgery, post-stroke, etc. So these situations must be handled with the utmost care and sensitivity because of that. Ultimately, if they feel emotionally supported by you and they feel respected by you, they will be willing to work with you and to participate with you. And if they do not, it will hurt them in their progress. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my interview, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.